Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing amazing. So welcome all of you at AriserTalent. AriserTalent, an online learning platform where you can get all the courses of your choice, whether it is of CBSE, NTSE, JEE and NEET level exams. So in our study material, you will find a wide variety of the topics you are searching for, entire question answers. You have a problem regarding any problem, you can also ask us in your doubts section. We will clear your doubts and we are always available for you for any kind of the doubt clearance. So, an AriserTalent also provide you a level up to your NTSE exams. In this package, we also have a previous year's NTSE questions that we have discussed and also about the few topics that you have any doubt about. So, for this, just subscribe our channel, go through each video lectures very clearly, and few lectures are also available for free here. So, you can watch our videos and likewise you can subscribe our channel and get the package whatever you want. So, this is all about our website, and now we are going to start with our chapter that is about the magnetic effect of the current. So, in magnetic effect of the electric current, lastly we have a discussion regarding the electromagnets. We have seen about the applications of the electromagnets, factors on which the electromagnet is dependent upon, and we have also seen a difference between the bar magnet and electromagnet. Now, today we are going to start a very interesting topic that is about the force on a current carrying conductor, and in this topic we also came to know about two new rules which will give you the direction of the force. So let's begin with the chapter here, and that is about the force on a current carrying conductor. Now, what will happen? Firstly, Oersted done a lot of experiment regarding the magnetic field. As I have told you that the whole credit for the magnetic field theory goes to the Oersted. But what will happen then? Oersted also concluded some points regarding the force. Then after, Ampere says that if you place a current carrying coil in a magnetic field, then it will also exert some force on the conductor. It means there will be the mutual interaction between them and the force will be exerted there. It means there came a new concept that in spite of having a magnetic field and current in the circuit, you have a third new factor, and that third factor will be our force. It means there will be a force exerted on the conductor when you place them in a magnetic field. Now, you have to calculate how much force will be exerted by the conductor. So, in the conductor, at some amount you will get a weak force, and at the some point you will get the very strong force. And how you will obtain the force in this case? You will just get the force by superimposition of all these forces. So, firstly, I'm taking a conductor. So, firstly, I have taken a line here, and I must be denoted it by y and y dash. Suppose this is our line, and I'm placing a conductor over it. So, this will be our conductor. This will be our conductor. Now, I am naming this conductor as AB. This conductor is our AB. And whenever this current carrying conductor is placed in a field, suppose I current is flowing in this conductor and it is making an angle theta with this. So, this is how it actually works. Then, its force can be labeled in the diagram like this. Force can be labeled like this. This is our force, and this is what this will give you the direction of magnetic field. This is what we will discuss it now. But firstly, let us assume the scenario what we are discussing here. Firstly, we have taken a conductor AB here, which is placed at an angle theta with the magnetic field, and I is the current flowing in the circuit, and this will give you the direction of the force here. So, this B is actually our magnetic field. This B is magnetic field, and AB is a conductor here. AB is conductor, and conductor is of length small l. So this will be the length of the conductor, and I will be the current flowing in the conductor, and this F is the force, and theta is the angle which is making with the length of the conductor. So this is actually the diagram, and this is what we have done the representations in the diagram. Now, you have to calculate the force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So firstly, we just have to write the description that what the things we have taken in this diagram. So, consider a conductor of length L. This is a conductor of length L, and this conductor is placed in a magnetic field B. Placed in a magnetic field B, when this current carrying conductor is placed in the magnetic field B, current I is flowing in conductor and making an angle theta. It is making an angle theta with the base we have taken. So this is about the description what we have taken. Now the magnitude of this force in this current carrying conductor will be given by the formula Bill sin theta. It will be given by the formula that is F equal to Bill sin theta. This is the formula for the current in the conductor, that is Bill sin theta. Now, this is the magnitude of force I am achieving here, and what are the specifications here, where B equal to magnetic field, B is our magnetic field, I is the current in the conductor, L will be the length of the conductor, and theta will be the angle that this current carrying conductor is making with the magnetic line of the force. So theta will be our angle. So you have to learn this formula for solving the numericals, that force due to the current carrying conductor will be Bill sin theta. Now, you will see the maximum and minimum conditions of the current flowing in the circuit. So, I can say that when theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, then the current flowing in the conductor will be 0. It means when the value of theta will be kept 0 and 180, we will get a minimum amount of the current. But when you kept theta equal to 90 degree, then sin 90 will be equal to 1, and we will get the maximum value of the current in this case. So, what will be the conditions there? So, here I am describing the conditions. Now, in this condition, we have our case number 1. Case number 1 is when theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree is a condition when there will be the parallel or the anti-parallel alignment of these both arms will take place. So, when theta equal to 0 or 180 degree, I can write that F will be equal to 0, because sin 0 degree and sin 180 will be equal to 0. So, in case 1, theta will be our 0. So, force in the current carrying conductor will be minimum, that will be equal to 0 degree. Now, let us see the case number 2 here. This is our case number 2. So, in this case number 2, I am substituting theta equal to 90 degree. 90 degree means B and L are making the perpendicular connection. It means it is perpendicular to the plane. When the value of theta is equal to 90 degree, we will get the maximum amount of force here because sin 90 will give you a value of 1. So what will be the formula here? Formula is Bill sin theta. Formula is Bill sin theta. It will be equal to Bill sin 90 and force came out to be Bill. So it is the maximum force we are getting here. So for theta equal to 0 and 180 degree, the force came out to be 0, and for sin 90, we will get a force that is equal to BIL, which is the maximum force in this condition. So this is a force according to the current carrying conductor. Now, what you want to determine, you have to find out the direction of this current. What will be the direction of this current? So the direction of this current will be given by Fleming's left hand rule or the right hand palm rule. Now what is this rule? Let's discuss here, but just copy this from here so we can proceed to our next part. Now let's try to find out the direction of this current carrying conductor. Now the next topic is about direction of force on a current carrying conductor. Now generally we have the two rules for calculating or for finding out the direction of the current in a conductor, and that rules are known as Fleming's left hand rule or right hand rule, or we can also use right hand palm rule for calculating the direction of the current in the circuit. So it will be Fleming's left hand rule and it will be Fleming's right hand rule. Now, what is Fleming's left hand rule and what is Fleming's right hand rule? Let's see the diagram here so it may be more clear that what are these rules. So, this is actually what Fleming's left hand rule is. Now, what you have to do, you have to stretch the four fingers of your left hand in such a way. So, you have the three conditions here. One is the magnetic field, second is the current, and third will be the direction of force. So what you have to do actually, you have to stretch the fingers of the left hand in such a way that the thumb will give you the direction of force. This is forefinger. The forefinger will give you the direction of magnetic field, and the finger which is perpendicular to it will give you the direction of the current. So this is how the Fleming's left hand rule works. So what we will do here, we will keep the fingers in such a way. We will keep the fingers in such a way that all three fingers are perpendicular to each other. So this is how it actually works. So this is how it actually works. You have to stretch the fingers in such a way. You can see here. You have to take your left hand and you have to stretch the fingers in such a way that you can curl these two fingers and keep its orientation like this. Now, if I am keeping these three fingers perpendicular to each other, then what I can determine from here, this finger, this middle finger, this is our middle finger, this is our forefinger, and this is your thumb. So I can write it, this is thumb. Now this is our thumb. Now I am stretching the fingers of the left hand in such a way that the middle finger is going to give you the direction of the current, the forefinger will give you the direction of field, and the thumb will give you the direction of the motion. It means it will give you the direction of the force. Here thrust or motion is actually a force we have. So we are stretching the fingers like this. So according to the Fleming's left hand rule, you can determine the direction of the current in a current carrying conductor. Now what is the shortcut form to learn this formula? The shortcut form here is FF CM and this is the shortcut formula that how you can learn the thumb rule you have. This is the formula FMCMFT. Now what is FF? FF means the forefinger is giving you the direction of the field. You can see here. The forefinger is giving you the direction of field. So F is the forefinger, F is the field. So it means FF. Second is CM. CM means the middle finger is giving you the direction of current. You can see here, this is our middle finger and this is giving us the direction of current. So the middle finger is going to give you the direction of current. And this is our thumb. Thumb means T and why T? FT? FT means thumb will give you the direction of the force. So what you have to learn? FFCMFT. This is a very simple formula and you can find out the direction of the force in this diagram. So FF means force and field, CM means current and the middle finger, and FT means force and the thumb. So this is how the Fleming's left hand rule work. Now this is about the Fleming's left hand rule in which we stretch the three fingers of our left hand in such a way that four fingers will give you the direction of the magnetic field, middle finger will give you the direction of the current, and thumb will give you the direction of the force what you have needed. Now let's move to the Fleming's right hand rule. This is Fleming's right hand rule. Now you can ask me whether what is the difference between the left hand rule and the right hand rule. So we can say that these both rules are somewhat similar, but now you have to stretch your right hand. You have to stretch the fingers of your right hand. So how it is kept here? You can see here. This is how it actually works. So in this diagram, what you have done, you are stretching these three fingers in such a way that again thumb will give you the direction of the force, this forefinger is giving you the direction of magnetic field, and again the middle finger is giving you the direction of the current. But what you have to do, you have to stretch the fingers of your right hand. Now this right hand rule is somewhat also similar to the right hand palm rule. So we have one more rule, you can say. So I can write it as a right hand palm rule. Now, what is the right hand palm rule is going to signify? Let's assume here, you have to open the palm of your hand. You have to open the palm of your right hand. If you are opening the palm of your right hand and you are placing the conductor like this. So this is the position we have. Now in this case, what will happen? This will give you the direction of what? Direction of what? Direction of force. Thumb will give you the direction of force, this will give you the direction of current, and these 4 fingers, these are the fingers that I am opening here, this will give you the direction of magnetic field. So this is how it is actually working. You can also say that it is a right hand palm rule, but in that diagram you are just positioning the fingers like this, but in the other case you have to open your palm. So if I am opening my palm, again the thumb will give me the direction of force, these fingers will give you the direction of magnetic field, and this will give you the direction of the current we have. So this is how the right hand palm rule will work in determining the force on a current carrying conductor. So this is again a very important rule, because whenever the numericals are asked in your exam, you don't have to determine only the magnitude of the current, you also have to get the direction of the current, and you cannot simply assume the direction of the current, you have to apply these rules for finding out the direction of the current. So we will do numericals in our next lecture also regarding this, but before that you have to also determine the force on a charge moving in a magnetic field. So just copy this from here so we can proceed to our next derivation. Now let's discuss about the motion of a charged particle in a magnetic field. Here we have seen a force on a current carrying conductor, then we are going to determine the force on a charged particle. Now, if you want to calculate the force on a charged particle moving in the magnetic field, this force is termed as a Lorentz force. So what is the name of this force? This force is known as Lorentz force. So this force will be our Lorentz force. Now, what will happen here? You have to consider the magnetic field first. So what I am drawing here, I am drawing the magnetic field lines. So this will be our magnetic field lines. Now, I am assuming a charge is having a value that is Q. Suppose here we have a charge. This is charge Q. Now this charge Q is moving in the magnetic field with a velocity of V. This charge is moving with a velocity of V and it is having a value Q and it is making an angle theta with the magnetic field. So this will be our magnetic field lines and this velocity component that the charge is moving with making an angle theta with the magnetic field lines. So this is what the scenario we are getting here. So what I am doing here, I am considering a charge. Consider a charge. And what is the value of charge? Charge is having a value Q. Q is moving with velocity V. It is moving with velocity V in a magnetic field B making an angle theta with the magnetic field. So here you will get the value of the magnetic field of the lines. This is B. Making an angle theta with B. It means the theta will be the angle between V and B. So I can also write here that this theta will be the angle between V and B. So this is what the things we have taken here. Now you have to calculate the force on this charge in magnetic field and this force is basically known as a Lorentz force. So the formula of the force will be given by QVB sin theta. This force is given by QVB sin theta. This is a force due to a charge and earlier we have studied a force due to a current carrying conductor. Now it is a force due to a charge. So this force is given by F equal to QVB sin theta, where F is your Lorentz force, Q is the charge on the charge that is moving in the magnetic field, V will be the velocity of that magnetic field, and B will be the particular value for that magnetic field. And what is theta here? Theta is the angle between V and B that we are considering here. So Q is the amount of charge, V will be the velocity of charge, B will be your magnetic field, and theta is the angle between V and B. So this is what the specifications we have. Now, this force also have certain conditions, that when will be the force maximum, when will be the force will be minimum, and what will be the value of force when theta is lying between 0 and 90 degree. So we have the three cases here. So just copy this part from here so we can study the cases here. Just copy this from here. Now, let us see the conditions that when will be the current will have a minimum and maximum values. Now, we have the three conditions here. So, firstly, let us assume the case 1. Case number 1. When theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. When theta equal to 0 and 180 degree, you can find out that sin theta will be 0, sin 0 will be 0, and force will came out to be 0. So, F will be equal to QVB sin 0, and it came out to be 0. It means I am getting the minimum force here. Again, when sin will be 180, so sin 180 will again give you the value of the force that is equal to 0. So, this is the first case we have. Now, case number 2. In case number 2, I am substituting the value of theta that is equal to 90 degree. So, when theta equal to 90 degree, force will be QVB sin 90. And what is the value of sin 90? Sin 90 will have a value 1. So, I am getting here QVB. So, force will be maximum here. So, this is how we can get a maximum force here. And this will be our minimum force. Now we have our case number 3rd, when theta is lying between 0 degree and 90 degree. It means when theta is between 0 to 90 degree. If theta is between 0 to 90 degree, we will get a magnetic lines of the force in a spiral manner. I will get the magnetic lines of the force in a spiral manner. So, what we will get here? So, this is how the magnetic lines of the force is achieved when you kept theta between 0 to 90 degree, and we will get a spiral magnetic lines. We will get the magnetic field lines that will be our spiral shape. So, this is how when theta is kept between 0 to 90, you will get the spiral lines here. So, this is how you can calculate the magnitude of the force due to a charge by a Lorentz force, and you have to just remember the formula that it will be QVB sin theta. Now again, we have determined the magnitude of the force. The next term we have to determine is about the direction of this force. Again, the direction of this force will be given by Fleming's left hand rule. So again, let's recall the Fleming's left hand rule. This is our left hand, and what you have to done? you have to stretch the fingers. You have to curl these two fingers and you have to stretch 3 fingers in such a way. Now, if these fingers are placed perpendicular to each other, then what will happen? This is our forefinger. Forefinger will give you the direction of field. This middle finger will give you the direction of the current, and thumb will now give you the magnitude of the Lorentz force. So, again, direction in this case will be determined by Fleming's left hand rule. So, for the direction of the force, we will again use the Fleming's left hand rule. So, this is how we have determined the direction and magnitude of the current in these two formulas. So, in our today's lecture, we have a discussion regarding force on a current carrying conductor and force on a charge due to the magnetic field we have, and that is known as the Lorentz force. So, this lecture is over here. We will deal with many more topics in our next lecture. Thank you so much and have a nice day.